GFB. We're going to do a quick video here on how to set up the spring preload on a response, or for that matter any GFB blow-off valve that vents to atmosphere and has spring preload adjustment. So we've got a 2004 WRX. This is a good car to demonstrate on because at least I can get to the blow-off valve easily. And so I've taken the trumpet off so you can see the movement of the piston. And it's also set to atmosphere venting, again, so you can see the piston. So what we're going to do is start the car up. We've got the spring at the softest setting, and I'll show you how to progress from there. Alright, so you can see at the moment the piston is just hovering open on startup. If I blip the throttle, you're going to see the piston, it snaps shut, then it opens up, and that's way too soft. So if I give that a rev now, you'll hear the engine try to stumble. See, the revs drop low and it sort of hunts a little bit at idle. That's because there's too much air venting too easily. You see that opens up way too easy. So what we're going to do is wind it in about 3 turns or so until you see that piston close completely. So now when I blip the throttle, it doesn't close first. You can see light throttle blips, they only open the piston about 3 or 4 millimeters, which is all going to go to recirc. So that's going to stop the car from idling badly and stalling when you pull up to a stop. So now when I give the throttle a blip, you'll see that what we're trying to achieve here is to get this piston to close before the engine gets back down to idle RPM. Because when it does that, it's going to go into closed loop RPM and fueling control, and you want that valve shut before it drops into that closed loop mode. Otherwise you're going to get stumbling, stalling, and probably backfiring as well. So at the moment we're probably on about the softest setting that you'd want to run. So you can see the piston just gets closed before it drops into closed loop. But I would actually prefer to give it probably another 2 full turns. And you'll see again, when I rev it now, it's only barely even clearing the Atmo port. At this point, when the valve lifts, it's only going to recirc. It's going to take a harder rev and more boost to get it to open up to atmosphere. And the piston is well and truly closed before the engine drops back down into the idle closed loop area. So that's the preliminary setting. The next step would be to jump in the car and go for a drive. What you do is accelerate briefly, lift off the accelerator, hit the clutch, and just watch the tacho. If it still tries to stumble, give it another turn until it comes back to a smooth idle. And that is pretty much all that you need to do. So the kind of piston movement that you're looking at when it's set up well is a good hard stab, should only open at about 2 or 3 millimeters, vents quickly and then closes smoothly. If it opens more than that when you're just revving in neutral, then I think it's too soft. You really want to limit how much it vents with not much boost on board. So that's pretty much it.